What's going on, everyone? Darkwater here, and welcome back to Airport CEO and our recreation of the Long Beach Airport. Last time we kind of wrapped up the front portion, almost. Hold on. You need to exist there. But we got the area up on Lakewood Boulevard and Donald... Ooh, forgot all the roads here. Donald Douglas Drive. So that is all wrapped up. Did you just... You did. Hold on. That's not the way roads work. Go that way. And then we started continuing our work up top here. And... Can I just run service road over this? I can. Okay. Trying to decide where to connect it. I guess like that. I don't want to drop another stand down here. It would fit, but I don't think I want to do another one down there. Meanwhile, let's wrap up this corner. So we've got the Gulfstream Aerospace Corporation Hangar Q here. There is a... We'll speed things up so things get built. What's the locked check-in? Yeah. So next to the hangar, there is... Looks like a small area of just building with hangars. It doesn't go all the way up, it goes to like there. Actually, that does go all the way down. The connection to East Spring Street, which runs over here, the security area is basically directly behind that hangar there. So if you're coming up Spring Street going to jump in your Gulfstream, you would connect up here. I don't have a Gulfstream, but if I did, that's where I would access it. Next to that, there's... This building houses a bunch of small aircraft. And I mean little tiny planes. So we will do that. There is a taxiway. There's a taxi line that runs down. And then here is where the ATP flight school is. It's a decent size hangar. I would like to do the medium hangar. However, well, for one thing, we don't have money. I feel it's just a little too big. Actually sits kind of behind the end of the other building. There we go. So we'll not throw some taxiway down. I feel money suddenly kind of became a major issue. Maybe I'm just building too fast. There we go. I will go ahead and connect this up. Just to ensure that if planes decide to use it, they can. Behind the ATP flight school, there's again Rogue Aviation Long Beach exists out here. The Pacific Air Flight School is over here also. And so that kind of lives over here. Where is... If I were to grab a $40,000 stand that I can't really afford... You're going to live there. And so that'll connect up there and there. So that'll be for the Pacific Air Flight School. There's a building attached to it like this. Not that I could afford that. And then this is kind of an open parking structure, or not structure, but just parking lot that connects out onto Spring Street. After that, there's kind of an area of just dirt. And then there's some more hangars. West Coast Aircraft Maintenance is over there in the corner. Then there's a place called The Modern Kitchen and Bar. And that lives basically over in this corner. We're not going to put a bar or kitchen or anything in there. But it is an interesting place that you can rent for weddings, receptions, corporate events, those kind of things. And you can fly in and fly out, and you don't even have to go through security. All of that event is housed on the secure side of things, so you don't actually have to cross over and go through security, and your guests don't have to go through security. There is a parking area that's attached to Spring Street that you can go through security to access, but it's an interesting space. It's very... I know how this is going to sound. It's going to sound very old man-like. It's very Instagram-like. It's the kind of thing that you do whenever you got money, and you can post it on all your social media, and those kind of things. So again, the aviation flight school there's small hangars. Again, we'll just do that. This whole area is a parking lot. Can I... This is one of the times of... I don't think we've got the space. Give me that while you guys are building stuff. You know what? We'll do that. not going to go anywhere. It just goes out. And then there's some trees kind of through here. And trees over here. And we are going to hope we're going to hope that airport CEO is smart enough to not try and get people to go to this parking area. I'm not holding my breath. So there's that, and how big did I make that one? 3? Basically, another kind of small aircraft hangar. That is expensive. Okay. You know, I think I actually want this going the other direction. Yeah, I know, guys. It's a long way up here. And quite frankly, I don't know how you're actually accessing that. You guys are getting through that crack there. There's not actually a way there. Okay. If I take out that fence, you guys should be able to make that. Toward this? Yes. Do you go all the way out? No, of course not. You go to there. And then there's just concrete, some asphalt, and then more hangars over on this side. Concrete. Some asphalt back here. Dirt. And then there's another building and some hangars. Give me... Because you've got the Angel City Flyers, which I assume is another learn to fly company. There's West Coast Aircraft Maintenance. That's over here as well. Put you there. I get a small one here. I don't like where this is going, but we're going to do it anyway. For no other reason than cash flow. And then the modern would be next to that, and Cambrian home care is over here. I don't know what that is. But next to the aircraft here, you've got kind of another hangar area. Now we're going to move this one. Oh, that's a road. Okay. I stand corrected. You could live there. I apologize, little plane. It's a road that I'm staring at. Delete that. Give me public road comes up there. Yeah. Okay. Not that that's gonna matter. Do you want to... Are you guys done? I don't know where you guys are running off to. There's basically a taxiway on the right or the left side. I'm going to leave it on the right. Only because I don't want to run taxiway. But there's, again, small aircraft maintenance hangars. It's not a larger hangar, it's just a small little guy. And we'll just come in with some concrete all the way up. Behind the west coast is where Cambrian home care is. Oh, I can't go over there, can I? You're far more expensive than I thought you were going to be. So we'll take out the fencing there, take out the fencing to there, and connect you there. That is just kind of dirt. Looks like there was probably some aircraft pads in this area, but it looks like it's just kind of dirt. So give me a little. Something to that effect. We'll throw some concrete in there to mix things up a little bit. Can I afford my home care yet? Yes. Little concrete in between. Can't do anything with the remain. No, I can't. Okay, I kind of like this area. Trees? Nothing? No? Dirt? Trucks? That's it. Okay. You are going to be an interesting area. Again, begs the question, do we need another check-in area? Haven't got Southwest or Delta or anybody else in yet. But soon. I'm going to have to kind of weed things out, and I don't want to do that just yet because that's going to end up costing us a lot of money. We'll start with taking the service road over because we do need the fire department to connect up. There's a big old parking lot over here. What is that actually exist? Yeah, it's just another massive warehouse building. That does not have a name attached to it. Okay. Oh, that is a public road. Oh, okay. I see. There's a public road that comes down, runs around, and goes back up. Parking lot is on the public side. We will add parking lot as long as nobody's trying to go there. Traffic's a lot cleaner. Doesn't look like anybody's trying to go there. So I'm content with that. Okay. Up here. Let's pause for a second. We've got the hangars, we've got... Are you public? You are a public road. Interesting. It makes sense that there's a public road that runs back here. Atlantic Aviation is back here, and there is a parking area behind it. We are not going to deal with that parking area. There is a hangar over here next to the fire station, so go ahead and run a little bit here. Behind the hangars is where the building is. It is a interestingly shaped building. It's somewhat asymmetric, but it looks like that. A little bit more curvature, obviously. The multi-story building takes you out onto where the road is. There is the Air Care Aviation Group that has their hangar here. Connect that up. Again, I don't imagine it getting use. You are all concrete. Concrete. Public road to there. Goes out that way somewhere. And then in lieu of a parking lot. No, I don't have a fire truck. Talk to me in just a couple minutes here. There's a spot of trees in the middle here. Concrete does go next to the hangars, or asphalt. Yeah. And then we've got just kind of a run of small aircraft hangar. There. Oh, nope, too far. There. I'm going to leave it just generic concrete rather than spending a bunch of cash on taxiway. I can't. No, didn't think so. Not you. Another. That building there. Then parking lot for relativity. Next to the hangar is where the fire department lives. There is a public road that comes down. For the emergency response, how much is that? 35,000. Okay. It's not as expensive as I thought it was going to be. This has a security area for... Does it? Certainly, I hope so. Is it? Yes, okay. It's right at the end of the fire station, basically right here. There's a fence, so I'm going to take out that. I'm going to leave the public road there. We're going to come in with some asphalt along here. We're going to grab a fence. We're going to fence this off like that. We're going to fence there. What's behind the fire station? Anything? Asphalt. It looks like it's a just a concrete asphalt staging area that's fenced off, and then there is another hangar. Nope, that's not what I meant to click on either. Connect you up. Go away. Give me the... Look, it looks like it's under construction. We're just going to do that. Give me fence. This whole area is kind of fenced off and down. I don't think I realized the economy crashed a while ago. maybe that's where we're broke. Let's get some vehicles, shall we? Two. Wait, they can actually get there, right? Yes. I don't know where this road's going. It's going that way. So there is a public road that comes down over here. That is, what is that? That is East Wardlow Road, and then it comes down and connects to Globemaster Way. Here's where things will get ugly if I'm not careful. Because I don't want public to access back here. There is concrete through here. A fenced off area and a small building here. And then it's just concrete, asphalt, storage lot. I don't even know what's there. It's attached to the public road. So I can't even begin to imagine what it might be. Please. You connect there. Freeze. You are concrete. You are all concrete because you have a fence on you. That is airport property. Fence runs here. So I would assume the Atlantic Aviation has some kind of security check. Because the whole backside is open to taxiway. Then you kind of have a fence around you. As you do as well. And then this is where relativity space exists. There's another building over here, parking area. I don't know about fuel. Part of me wants to put it up here, part of me is hesitant. But I don't know where else I would put it. It's currently down over here, which is not the right place for it. So next episode, we will figure out if fuel is going up here or not. Do I have enough to do that? I do. There's another taxiway that runs through the middle that we can't afford. We'll take out the water there. We'll take out the water there as well. But we made a lot of progress up in the top corner here. We've got our fire station in place, so we can finally take care of issues. But this is going to be where we leave this episode. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you guys for swinging by, checking out some more Airport CEO. And as always, I hope you guys have yourselves a great day.